Welcome to BackChat. I'm your host, Temba Madima, and I'm super excited for this evening. We've got Henricho Bruintjies joining us. So it's gonna be an interesting one. I hope you guys are excited as I am. We're gonna get started soon. So I just wanna wish or welcome each and every one of you onto BackChat. Yes, sir. I'm your host, Temba Madima, and it's gonna be an amazing evening. We're going to be talking all things motivation, athletics. We'll even talk about business and life in general. So make sure to ask your questions. If you have any questions, write them down. We're going to take them. Oh, Coach Paul Horis, I see you, sir. Welcome, guys. Bukang Rops, Tian Kurtz, Christine Hertzman, Ruben Lowe, Leon Swartz. Welcome, guys. We're just gonna wait for everybody to log on and then we're gonna get going. I see the king is already here, so let me invite Henricho on. Chat. I'm your host, Temba Madima. An awesome evening of athletics and chatting athletics coming up. Lindsay Hanakom, I see you. We're gonna talk all things athletics. King B. My brother.
Can you hear me, Tema?
I can hear you, man. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks yourself, man.
All good, all good. Hey, welcome to BackChat. We finally have the king on the platform. How have you been, man?
I'm chilling, man. How you been?
Yeah, good. You know, I've been always pushing. I know I can see you also busy pushing. So I'm happy to see that, you know.
100%, man.
All right, before we start now, I'm going to do an introduction. We have to do an introduction so that people can know who we're dealing with this evening. So I'm going to do that quickly, and then from there on, we'll get started. Is that cool?
100%, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we are chatting to Henricho Bruintjies. Henricho Bruintjies is the Commonwealth Games 100-meter silver medalist, Commonwealth Games 4x100 meter silver medalist, All African Games 4x100 bronze medalist, SA 100-meter champion, the second ever South African to run sub 10 seconds, and the former SA record holder. Ladies and gentlemen, Henricho Bruintjies.
Yeah, Temba. That's a big introduction, man.
Hey, it's a big introduction for a big man, you know. I must do it right.
100%, Temba.
I see you've been, how have you been, man? Have you been able to train? Are you keeping busy and so on?
I just got back to training recently. I think, was it 2 weeks now? Yeah, 2 weeks we've been busy now, putting in some work. So yeah, I think things are kind of getting back to normal now.
And how are you feeling? Are you already feeling, are you feeling good, or is it still a long way before? I mean, beginning of the season, you were on fire, man. You were looking.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, that was and that was just the beginning actually. There was still a lot to go.
just a little taste, huh?
Yeah, man, that was the build up, man. We haven't done everything at the time, but yeah, man.
No, that's good. All right, what we're gonna do? We always do this on BackChat. We're gonna play a game, man. We have to see. I know you guys are chilling now, but I want to get your heart rate going a bit. The game is called 30 seconds. It's very easy. You got 30 seconds to tell me all the things that you have inside your training bag, and I'm coming to you in 3, 2, 1. Name as much things as possible. Let's go.
Obviously, spikes, headphones, caffeine tablets, creatine, water, Powerade or Energite, Deep spikes. I think I said spikes.
You said spikes. Let's go.
Stretching bands, the Terra bands.
Let's go.
What am I missing? I'm missing something. Obviously, my license number.
And time. So I'm gonna give you. That's 11. 11 is alright. 11 is okay. You're in the top.
It's not bad.
So far.
Yeah. Where did the other people go?
The record is sitting. Nicole Lowe got 18.
Jesus. So we have to start over then, man. I can't be beaten by the people, man. So I have to start over. It's all good, Temba. It's all good.
I see you only get one chance, eh?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get into the questions. Welcome, guys. I see Lindsay Hanokom is here. Emil, welcome, guys. I see your coach is also on here. Mr. Paul Horis, Antonio Farmer.
Yeah, all the
is on.
all the big
Welcome,
boys.
guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I wanna get started with the first question that I wanna ask. For me, I find this one interesting, but I think I enjoy it because I think it's the right attitude to have. Where does the nickname King B come from?
I know, man. I actually recently got a like a tattoo of a lion on my arm. You know.
Yeah.
The lion is the king of the jungle, and that's just basically what it's about. You know. I feel like I'm the king of whatever I'm doing, and that's why I gave myself the name. And people always ask me like, you know, why would you give yourself a name like that? I'm like, that's how I feel about myself. Whenever I look in the mirror, I view myself as the best.
Yeah. No, I like that. You know, I'm 100% for that concept because I mean, end of the day, when you get into whatever jungle you're in, you know, if you don't see yourself as the best, I mean, who's gonna back you? Nobody's backing you.
100% is all you, man.
It's all you. It's all you. Absolutely. So let's talk about. Obviously, you're also former SA record holder. Just run us through. I just want to hear like a build up before that race. I mean, that was a fantastic season. I mean, and I know there's more to come, but just a build up into that sub 10 race when you broke the SA record, and during the race, and also just after the race, how you felt. Can you run us through it? Do you still remember how that felt?
Yo, man, that was actually for me personally. That was a crazy year because when was it again? 2015,
15. Yeah, 15. Yeah.
Yeah, because that year I think I got injured at AGN champs in the undermeet the semifinals. I got injured. I think it was a grade 1 hamstring strain or something like that.
Yeah.
And I couldn't compete for like a month or so. Yeah, I think it was like a month or so, and then eventually as I open, I managed to compete. I ran like I think a 10-3 thing like that. Even Antonio Alcana beat me on that day, man. And that's not possible. That's not possible, man. And he knows that like it's not possible. Even now, you know it will never happen again. But even Antonio managed to beat me. I think Roscoe was the one that won that day. Like I said, Antonio managed to beat me. So I was in a pretty bad space at the time, you know. Then I was contemplating shutting down the season because you know, when you're not feeling well and you're like, okay, cool, let me just stay at home and not go there and waste time, because at the time I didn't have the money to go to Europe. And I think most people would know the agent Oliver. So Oliver was actually the guy that can you hear me, Tema?
Yeah, I hear you perfect.
Yeah, so Oliver offered to take me to Europe, and then told me that I'll just have to pay the money back to him as soon as I start making money. So at the time I was like confused. I'm like, do I go? Because I think it's like 30,000 or something like that. To owe someone like that amount of money, and you don't even have that money in your account, man. You obviously you contemplating. You're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, do I go? Because firstly, I'm not in good shape. So am I gonna take the risk? And I was like, nah, let me just do this, man. And my coach at the time was Henricho, and he was one of the people that motivated me to say, yo, let's go over and just see how it goes, get that experience, and then take it from there. And then eventually I decided to go over to Europe. That's when I became friends with Antonio, actually. And myself and Antonio was roommates and stuff there in Germany. And I started off really slow, man. It was like the beginning of the season was really messed up there in Europe. I ran a couple of slow times. I think in the 200 meter, I almost hit a 22 seconds on the 200 meter somewhere there. Trying to hustle to make that money back. But then eventually I went to there was a meet in Senegal, in Dakar, in Senegal. So we went to that meet, and I managed to come third in the 100 meters, and I won the 200 meters in 20.7 or 20.6, something like that. And then at that time, I managed to make the money back that I owed Oliver.
Yeah.
So I feel after that, that's when I started becoming more relaxed, man. Like, I was more relaxed because, you know, now you don't owe anyone. So you just racing to make money. And that time was, for me, it was all about making money, man. I was young. I wanted to run fast and make money and get the contacts and all those kind of things. So myself and Antonio, we were racing like crazy people, man. Like week in, week out, 2 races per week. Like I don't even, like today, if I look back at it now, I don't even know like how I got through that, because we were just racing, man, racing the whole time. And eventually, we went to, I think it was Prague in Czech Republic.
Yeah.
And my boy Anaso, he was also at the meet at that time, and I was feeling good. I think I before that I ran like 10-1, and going into that meet, obviously having Anaso there at the time, me and Anaso weren't like cool like we are now. So I was like, you know, I just need to go out there and make sure that I just, you know, take care of business here, man, against this man, because you know how it goes, man.
Yeah.
10:06, and after that, I think that was for me the breakthrough moment, man. Being able to run 10:06, and that also was like a kind of a message to the other people, and just say, you know, I'm on the scene now, you know, because I was with I actually saw him on the live now. Makwala was also there, and Makwala was actually one of the guys that I looked up to at the time, because he was sponsored by I'm not 100% sure what brand he was sponsored by, but I was always like, you know, I want to be like these guys, man, making money, having the deals and stuff like that. Fast forward, we went to Finland. I think, in Finland, Turku. We did a meet there. I ran 10:09. I broke Frankie Fredericks' record there. I think the stadium record. It was standing there since 1995 or something like that.
Yeah.
After that, I was confident that I can now go for the sub 10, man.
Yeah.
And funny enough, that night I was so excited, man. And then some of the guys were going out. A couple of my South African friends, I won't mention the name on the live. So a couple of them, 2 of my friends, we decided, let's go out, man, and celebrate it. But because I just had like a small meet after that, so we went out, you know, celebrating. Came back in the morning, stayed on the flight, got back to the base camp, and then one day at base camp we had to go to our next meet. And I thought like, yo, it was just a small meet, so I'm like, I'm in shape, and this is like a small meet, so I'm just gonna go there, collect the cash, and then leave. As I get to the meet, I see all the names. I see Akane. I'm like, oh shit, now I'm like, now I'm in trouble, man, because Akane was also in crazy shape at the time, and I was like, oh damn, why did I go out? Why did I go party? Like, you know, because at the time it was also like a big like competition between me and Akane, man, and like I was like, damn, why did I go out partying? Like, you know, you already did it. It's in the past, but I'm still in shape, so let me just go out there. And then that's the day when Akane actually ran his first sub 10. I think he ran 999. Yeah, he was actually the second South African. Yeah. I was the third.
Yeah.
I think I ran 10:14 or something like that. Yeah, and I had another meet. I think 5 days or 4 days after that. So obviously after that meet, I was disappointed in myself because I made a stupid mistake, man, going out partying and doing all these funny things. So my coach at the time, any kid, because he knew I was in shape, and my best friend at the time also. So both of them, they text me and they're like, "Yo, what happened?" Obviously, I can't tell them, "Yo, I went out partying," and you know, because the coach will kill you, man, at the time. So I was like, "Nah, man, guys, I just didn't feel well and whatever." But then I was like, no, let's not like discuss the situation so much, because I want to get myself into a positive state of mind, because I feel like I still have it in me to get the sub 10. Yeah. Eventually, I went to my next meet in Switzerland. I got there the day before. I think it was Rowan de Vries. Myself, Rowan de Vries, we were still roommates at the meet. we went the day before. We did like a warm up and stuff, a couple of stads. And as I was doing my stads and stuff, man, like I could see it was like afternoon, but I could see the wind was like there was always a headwind, like a strong headwind.
Yeah.
So in my head, I was already like preparing myself that okay, in the afternoon you can't run the times in the afternoon because there's definitely
Wind.
like headwind. So I was like, the only thing I can hope for now is to check the following morning if the wind is gonna be in my favor.
Yeah.
When I got there, and that morning it was hot, and the wind was like, you know, just perfect from behind. And I'm not normally like a morning person. I normally like, you know, the late afternoon, evening vibe. But that day was just one of those days where I told myself, you know what, just go out there and see what you can do. I went out there and I just gave it my all in the heat, man. And I crossed the finish line. I said 99997. I was like, I didn't know what to do. I was celebrating. I think I stopped there somewhere at the 300 meter. And only when I was at the 300 meter mark, I'm like, oh damn, what if the wind was illegal?
Yeah.
because I'm celebrating already. So eventually when I went back, so the wind was, I think it was 1.4, 1.5, I can't remember.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, yo man, it was just crazy, bro. And I called Coach Henny and I'm like, yo, coach, I just broke the record. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, I told you I'm gonna break the record. I just did it. Oh, and he went crazy, you know, and we went for doping and all those kind of things. And then he told me, he's like, nah, so we don't need to do the final because we already did what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
And just so we can just leave that, man. And then I was like, nah, because at the meet they give you like expensive watches if you win the final. So I told him, nah, I'm still gonna do the final. I think I ran 10-2 in the final into a -2 wind or something like that. That's still like pretty decent.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to get my watts. I think the watts I won there was like 35,000 watts.
Yo.
Yeah, so I had to get that watts, man. You know, you have to come back as a youngster. Being able to wear a watch of 35,000, man, you're the man.
Yo.
So
Big.
So yeah, that was basically it, man.
It's amazing story. I don't think many people know that story. We'll get to the other. Obviously, you went and ran faster, but we'll get to that one. I just wanna I'm gonna take some questions as well from people. I see Isaac Makwala is on here and he's commenting.
Isaac, yeah, I actually ran the record there by Isaac's track, man. I think they call it the Isaac Makwala track because I remember as I was supposed to get my medal, and then the meet organizer was like, no, wait, we can't do medals now because Makwala is about to run. Like everything stops when Makwala runs in that meet, man. No, Makwala is like God there, man.
Oh, Isaac Makwala.
He's a big man.
Makwala.
He's a big man.
Yeah, I see Leroux, Leon Fourie is also joined. Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining.
Another legend.
I'm going to take a question over here. The question is from, let me see. Sorry, I just have to scroll up. Oh, Clarence Munyai, the vendor prince, is also on here.
The SA record holder.
Yeah, I see. Oh, there's so many comments and stuff. People are just saying King B, the king is on. People are excited to see you on, but that's good.
They know what time it is, man. It's King O'Clock. It's King O'Clock. That's what they call it.
All right, King B, the King B. So the next question I want to ask is, who's your role model? Did you have a role model? Which athlete did you like always look up to growing up? Who did you want to be like?
Athletes, man. I was never. I always used to do athletics, man, but I was never that invested. So I was one of those kids that were doing athletics, but you would never see me watching like a meet or anything like that, man. Yeah. So.
A sport role model?
Oh no, in sport it was definitely Brian Abena, man. He was one of my guys, Brian Abena, because he did like some crazy things in world sport. You know, everywhere you go.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
You know, somewhere there was music playing. I think it was my music or something. so yeah, as I was saying, man, Abena was one of my role models. And also, one guy that I respect a lot in South African track and field is Mokoena. because when
Yeah.
I still
So,
remember one day, I think back in 2005 there was still like a yellow pages in Stellenbosch, and one of my friends was like, nah, let's go to Stellenbosch, let's go watch some long jump. I was like, no man, you can't waste my time with like these kind of things, man. I have better things to do than to go watch attack, man. And eventually I went there, and then I think Mokoena jumped like 8 something whatever, and the crowd was on their feet, and I was like, oh, that's actually dope. And from that
yeah.
time, I actually like Mokoena is one of my dudes, and he's a good friend of mine now. I remember in 2014 making my first senior team to the Commonwealth Games, and they put
Yeah.
me and Mokoena as roommates. And I was calling my mom, and I'm like, yo, they put me in a room with Mokoena, man. I'm like, what? I mean, I don't even know what I'm gonna say to this dude, man. Imagine like this guy, you know, and it was bad, man, because Mokoena was like one of those dudes that was on my like my phone wallpaper, you know, when you're young.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
all of a sudden now you're in the same room with this dude, man. I'm like, geez,
Did you
this is
change the
next.
wallpaper?
Say again?
Did you change the wallpaper or what?
No, that was like when I was much younger, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, but he's a legend. We spoke to him as well, so we're gonna get him on one of these days as well. I mean, what he's achieved in his career is some big stuff as well. You know, I'm gonna take more questions here.
Uh,
I
uh,
see Tando Loliwe says, "What do you think is the key to success in athletics? What do you think will make an athlete have 8 to 12 years career in athletics?" It's a good question.
what? Say that again. What's the question, Demo?
So it says, what do you think is the key to success? That's the first question in athletics. And the second one is, what do you think will make an athlete have 8 or 12 years career in athletics?
Firstly, for me, the key to success in athletics, man, there's no like secrets, man. You just need to make sure that you like no one outwork you. Like
Yeah.
I feel like if you ask any coach that have coached me before, like there's no one that works harder than me. No matter if it's in the gym, if it's outside of the gym, like there's no one. Like it's not possible for someone like because I was this one interview once, and then Will Smith was like, he said, there's no one that can outwork him. Like if he gets on a treadmill with someone, the only way is he's gonna die or the other person needs to get off. So that's the type of mindset I'm on, man. Because I follow
Yeah.
these guys like Mike Tyson and all these
Yeah.
great guys, man. Like people that's not normal, like abnormal people. That's the
Yeah.
type of
Yeah.
people I look up to. And then that's why sometimes people look at me and they're like, this guy is crazy, man. The stuff he say, the stuff he do, and like I just do what I want and how I feel, and I say what I feel, and like I always find a way to back it up with my work ethic, man. Like I feel like
Yeah.
my work ethic is like insane, and I refuse to allow anyone to work harder than me, man. And the other question was, how can you have like a,
8 to 12 year career, like a long career in track and field, you know?
I feel like you just need to take care of yourself, man. Take care of your body. Invest back in yourself. Like if you make 50,000, you need to at least invest like a quarter of that money back into yourself. You can't just be
Yeah.
spending all the money. Yeah, when I was younger, I was thinking, okay, you make money, I'll run again, man. I'll make the money. But now I'm smarter, so I'm investing more in my body, and also you can't party as much. Like I used to like partying, man. I used to like going out to have fun because I'm from the hood, so the only thing you do is party, relax with the guys, want girls and all those kind of funny things, man. You like as a young guy from the hood, that's the type of stuff you want. And now
Yeah.
all of a sudden you start making money and stuff like that. And sometimes you forget what your purpose is. So I feel like you need to just make sure that you prevent yourself from going down the road, man, of just partying and all those kind of things. So like now I make sure that I invest in my body, I get all the sleep. Like I'm busy working on a deal with to have a full-time physio around me.
Yeah.
We just got a assistant coach, my friend Ronald. He's the assistant coach now to make sure that we always have someone there. So
Good, man.
I'm just making sure that I'm building my team. You need to make sure you build your team. You need
That's
to have people that is on the same wavelength as you. You can't
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
around people like, especially like agents and these kind of things, man. Like a lot of like I look at a lot of these kids and I can see like there's so much talent, and you can see that kid is not gonna go anywhere because the agent now all of a sudden tells the kid, yo, you just won this championship, you just won this youth or junior thing. Now you're better than Henricho. You can beat these guys, you can beat Clarence, you can take on Akanis. And for me personally, when I came into the game, I respect everyone that was there that paved the way for me. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's the key. Just be able to learn, man, from the guys that's ahead of you.
Absolutely, man. I think you said so much powerful things there, man, and it just shows, like I'm gonna ask this question just now, but before that, there's another question that I wanna take over here. Real Romanda, we see you. Tando Loliwe. Romanda is saying, invest in yourself. That's very powerful. You don't always get to hear that, but it's definitely very good advice. Looking at Umpo Lukokota says, when did you realize that the track was made for you?
I think I stopped athletics at the age of 18. I stopped running. I just stopped running. I was like, nah, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm not achieving what I feel like I should achieve. And then I was like, yo, Elza, what's up? I see Elza say Timba.
Oh, fun sale.
Yeah, so I was like, nah, let me stop this, man. Like I said, I'm from the hood, and in the hood you just see all the guys, doing the wrong stuff, and you get how can I say, man? You get inspired by the wrong things. For me, like you see the guys with the nice cars, the girls, and the alcohol and all those kind of things, and those are the type of things that inspire you as a kid from the hood, because no matter how hard your parents try to keep you on the right track, you will always be sidetracked by the people you spend most of your time with. Because most of my time is spent with my friends, and maybe the brothers, the elder brothers, and stuff like that. So no matter how hard your parents try, you always get sidetracked by other people. And I feel like for me, that at that time, and I decided to go back to track and field at, I think, the age of 19 or 20. My best friend at the time, Maurice, he was a former high jumper.
Oh, I remember.
Yes, and he was the guy that told me, he's like, no, man, I want to start coaching a little bit. Don't you want me to help you? I said, yeah, man, I just want to get back to the deck. I'm tired of just chilling at home. Let me just like do a little bit of running with you. And then he kind of invested in me, so we were training and all these kind of things together, like working hard, man. I remember I actually moved out of my mom's house. I went to go stay with my aunt because we were staying too far from the track. We used to wake up like 5 in the morning to go to the track. You have to jog to the track. You get to the track, you already tired. Now you have to train and all these kind of things, man. So yeah, I think I had a pretty hard time, man, growing up, but I was always motivated. And I remember this one day, and then we're in the gym at we were gymming in in the backyard at my place, and then in the magazine, it was Akane, and then it just showed that Akane broke I think the South African junior record or something like that. And I went on the internet and I searched this dude, and I'm like, yo, and I look back at 2010, and I see Akane was actually ranked, I think, in the top 3, and I was also ranked in the top 3 in our age group in what's it, under 18, eh?
Yeah,
under 18. And I was like,
under 20, I think. Yeah.
No, we were still youth at the time, and that was before I stopped athletics.
Under 18.
Yeah, so I checked on the internet, and I'm like, yo, but me and this dude used to run together, and now he's like the South African record holder, and I'm like, nah, man, if this dude can do it, then obviously I still have the potential. And at that time, I just decided, you know what, let me give it my best shot, man, because I didn't have anything else planned for me. I wasn't planning on going to university or anything like that, so I just needed to make sure that I use this athletics thing, man, and make it work. So that's exactly the time when I realized, like, yo, this is my thing.
So obviously you decided after that, you decided to make a decision. What made you decide? What made you decide to come down to Pretoria? I'm sure that was like one of those moments in your life where you decided, you know what, I'm gonna go for this thing full on. So what made you decide to come to Pretoria to pursue this running or sprinting? Yeah.
In 2013, I became that's just a year after I saw Akane in the magazine, because I saw him in 2012, and also I saw a NASA at the Olympics. I'm like, geez, now I can do this, man. If these guys are doing it. So fast forward 2013, everyone was like, no, you know what? Akan is the guy. He's the man to beat. I got there. I was, I was still wearing a pair of spikes that I've been wearing all my life, man. Worn down spikes, and so I managed to go there to I think it was at Polditch, and I won the under 23 nationals. And a couple of weeks later, I went to Durban for the SA student champs, and I ran at 10:06. Yeah, and then they said they said it's windy. I've told today I've never seen the results. I still don't believe it was windy. I still haven't seen the results. Have you seen it
yet?
Have you seen it?
I haven't.
I haven't also. I don't know. Maybe someone is on the live here can tell you they've seen it, but I haven't seen it. But yeah, there was a day when because there was the SA record at the time, and they were like, "Nah, it was windy. No one could show me the results." But oh well, it's just one of those things, man. And then I met before that I started speaking to Danny Cornelius, and at the meet Danny sent Neil Cornelius, Danny's son. Like he came to me there in Durban, and he was like, yo, we would love to have you come down and all these kind of things. He introduced me to Henricho. Went back to Cape Town. They flew me up to Tux to come and check out the place. I met up with all the guys. I met up with all the guys there. I met up with Henricho. I had a meeting with him. We explained everything. He said, okay, cool. I must go back to Cape Town and go and make a decision, man. On my way back to Cape Town, well, all this thing is go to your head, man. You're like, should I make the move? I'm gonna go there. I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna know any people there. My friends in Cape Town, my family, all this kind of thing. But when I went back to Cape Town, man, like it didn't take me long to realize that, yo, if I don't move from here, then I won't make it, because like we were really struggling at home and at the time, and I was like, nah, man, I need to make this move. And Henricho, he's actually the guy. He called me one day and he's like, yo, are you gonna move up? Because Danny he was taking a little bit long for his liking. He was like, nah, and he called me, he's like, nah, Danny's taking too long, like you need to come down, I want you here. And I was like, yo, nah, Danny said he's gonna get me there. He's like, nah, man, today you're gonna decide today. And there was the morning. He's like, today you're gonna make the decision and you're gonna let me know by the afternoon, and we're getting you on a flight or a bus today still. I was like, geez, bro, you need to relax a bit, like, But obviously I didn't say to him, but I was like, yo, this old man is on my case. But obviously I could see the passion that he had, man, and he really wanted me to come down. And I put the phone down. I didn't tell my mom what he said. I first went to go sit outside a little bit. Think, yo, what am I gonna do, man? Should I go? Should I not go? What am I gonna do? And then eventually I went to my mom and like, yo, mom, this is what happened. This guy said today I must move. And then that man, my mom said, nah, you know what? Just make a decision that's gonna be best for you and just stick with it. I support you. So I called him back. I said, nah, it's fine. We can make the deal. And then he's the one that told me. He said, yo, if you make this decision, Cape Town is like like the bridge between Cape Town and Pretoria. You're gonna have to burn it, because if you come here, we're gonna work on you and make you a superstar. And I was like, you know what? That's exactly what I want to be, man. I want to be a superstar. And I was like, yeah, book the ticket, man. And I remember on the dive that side, man. Yeah, there was a lot of things going through my head. I got to Pretoria, and then Henricho, like, he was the one actually that took care of me. Like, used to give me like money every month. Like, he did a lot of shit for me, man. Like, he bought me shoes and all those kind of things, man. Like, shout out to Henry, man. He did a lot for me. So yeah, that was one of actually the stories how I got to Pretoria.
Yeah, it's a hectic story, but
yeah, man.
Once again, one thing I always believe, man, is that in life, your talents and your gifts, man, they make so much room, and they create ways in your life that you'd never think were possible. You know what I mean? I mean,
yeah.
Just from running, man. I mean, the amount of things, the world, the people you've met, the opportunities you've had, man. Where
everything I have in my life, bro. That's just athletics, bro.
The whole country, man. When you guys are doing your thing out there, man, you must believe we're on the line with you. When you're handing over a baton, we're with you. When you guys carry that flag, man, it feels like we're carrying it with you. So just know that, man, like what you guys have been able to do I mean, it's a whole. I know I always give props to Simon Mahakwe because he
Yeah, shout
opened
out
the
to the
door,
Lion.
and then Akani followed quickly, and then you also immediately followed. I mean, what I meant is that you were the second person to break the 10, not the 10, but and to break the SA record as well. So Akani ran the 9-9. What is it, the 9-9? Eh?
Yeah,
And
999. Yeah.
then you were the one who broke Simon's record, and Akani, I think 4 days later, met you. So
Yeah.
you guys were always, fighting it out, and that's the type of energy that has made, the 100 meters so powerful and so good, man. So yeah, big ups to
Yeah,
you
man.
guys.
100%, man. I feel like like you said, Simon Mahakwa, man, he was just the guy that paved the way for us, man, and then we just managed to build on that and to take it to another level, man. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, I feel like our whole generation, man, the guys in my age group, a little bit younger than me, and also a little bit older than me, like what's happening now currently in South African sport is like a different level now.
yeah, absolutely. All right, but Enrico, I've got so many other questions. I don't even think we're gonna get to the other stuff.
No, it's
Let's
all
just
good,
touch
man.
on
Like
one thing.
you can just try to go to all the questions, but it's all good.
So I wanted to talk about you looking into business as well. Obviously, you've started doing business as well as running. What has inspired you to pursue business as well, and where did that come from?
Nah, man. It's just about the paper, man. Everyone must eat. So yeah, basically for me it was like last year I had a bad year on the tech. Like I ran bad, and you have the contact cuts. They start cutting your contact and all this kind of stuff. So you start living a certain lifestyle, and then all of a sudden you stop performing. Not really stop performing. I was injured, and you don't manage to like make the same money that you used to making. And also, a couple of friends leave you, and then you sit alone. You're like, oh, geez, how did I get to this spot now? Then
Yeah,
it's just you. And I was like, nah, man, I can't let this happen again because injuries is always gonna be there. So
yeah, yeah,
you can't depend on athletics money the whole time.
yeah,
So I was like, yo, I have to like kind of find something else to do. But first, I had to first make my moves in order where I'm gonna go, where I'm gonna move to. So I went back to train at Tux. I met up with Paul. So I first had to sort out that move, and then I was like, okay, cool. After that was sorted, I was like, so what's my plan next? And I've always like been into fitness and stuff, man. Like
yeah.
yeah. Someone said I'm the best bald athlete in the world, man. I don't know if that's a lie.
That's true.
So no, I think I'm second after you, Temba. I think I'm
Remember the
second after you.
story when yeah, I don't know, get into it. Continue.
Yeah. So then for me it was just like that thing of I need to figure out how I'm gonna combine the athletics and all these kind of things. And like like a lot of the time we see athletes testing positive, man, for banned substance and stuff. And a lot of the time you hear people blaming the supplements and stuff. And
Yeah,
for me, I'm really scared of that. Like I don't wanna one day wake up and test positive and know that I didn't take it. If I'm taking
yeah,
something and I test positive, 100% I'm gonna man up. I'm gonna say, yo, I took this thing, but I don't wanna go and drink whey protein and then next thing I test positive and people
yeah,
will be like, yeah,
absolutely.
you accomplished all the great things because you was using banned substances. So
Yeah,
I don't want to be one of those people. And so my one friend, he introduced me to Herbalife, and I was like, nah, man, I've been hearing about this thing, but this thing can't work, man. So he was like, nah, just check out the products and stuff. So I started checking out the products, and so okay, Cristiano Ronaldo is also using it. He's endorsing the brand. I was like, okay, it can't be that bad. He showed me, okay, this is how you can actually make money out of it. And for a while, I was one of those athletes that wanted a supplement sponsor. And this is how it goes with supplement sponsors, Demba. You you endorse the supplement sponsor, they give you 2,000 words of supplements every month. What do you gain out of that? Absolutely nothing. You bring in like, say for instance, like you bring in 20,000 worth of marketing for them. They make 20 because all the kids, now the kids on the lab, they're gonna say, oh, Enrico is using that. what they're gonna do, they're gonna go back to the shop, they're gonna go buy the supplements there. What am I getting? Next month I'm getting 2,000 worth of supplements again. So I was like, nah, man, I can't be doing this anymore. And my friend told me on how to make money out of this, and that's why I decided to go into that. And I'm slowly starting to kind of teach all the other athletes, man, to also go that way, where you can rather promote something and then get paid from it, instead of promoting something and just not getting anything. Because at the end of the day, Temba, you know, it's important to make sure that you make money out of everything that you do.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that I'm doing. I'm into nutrition now, and I'm planning in the next couple of months to open up my own like wellness cafe, where you can do your wellness smoothies and those kind of things, man. So that's my next move in the next couple of months. And I'm also into fitness now. I'm studying a personal training course, and yeah, man, I'm just trying to combine all of that and make sure that I set myself up for eventually when all the, you know, all the nice trips to Europe is done, all the glory moments on the track, because you know at the end of the day it's all gonna come to an end. And when it comes to an end, you still have like, you know, 50 years left to live, because I feel like I'm gonna live till 100, man.
I'm the same.
Yeah, man.
No, but
So that's just what I'm busy with now, man. I feel like my vision is just different now, man. I wanna make sure that even if I'm not the one that reach that levels, right? I want my actions to at least spark the mind that gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna be that guy. So if I don't become Olympic gold medalist or whatever, I want to at least live a lifestyle where the younger kids will look up to me and they're like, yo, I want to actually be like that guy. And then that kid might end up being the world champion or world record holder or something like that.
Absolutely, man. I think that's exactly what it's all about. It's all about, you know, inspiring the next generation, you know, and yeah, everything you're doing, man. We're gonna wrap it up here because our time is up. But you know, from Backtrack side and from my side, I just wanna say, like, you know, thanks so much for your time. Thanks for representing athletics, man. You know, I remember when we took you to the photo shoot. I was like, there's probably nobody better built than you. You know, I said we need to get you into men's health. The world needs to see.
Man. Shout out to you, them by here. You took me to that the photo shoot. I actually did a photo shoot with him last week with what's his name again? Dion.
Yeah.
We did a photo shoot last week, man. He did some dope pictures of me. And I'm actually gonna go into some business with him also now, man.
No, big ups, man. So big up to you, brother. Keep pushing. You know, I believe there's good times coming. You and Coach Paul and the training group you guys have is an amazing group of sprinters, 100 to 400. So we're gonna definitely see more of King B. Asifarzo, he says, what's in the bag? We've already asked the question. We've asked that already. But yeah, thanks a lot, brother. Really appreciate it. Keep inspiring the youth, man. Keep pushing. Keep pushing yourself to the next level in business, athletics, fitness. You know, I mean, I always say sky's the limit, man. What's holding you back from being great in everything?
100%, but thanks a lot, man, for having me on your platform, and I appreciate everything you do for me, not just for me, but just for athletics as a whole, man. Now shout out to Backtrack, man.
All right, my brother. Thanks a lot.
Thanks
Ladies
a lot,
and gentlemen,
easy, bro.
Thanks for joining and thanks for tuning in to BackChat. Today we were speaking to the king, Henricho Bruintjies. Tomorrow we'll be back again, so make sure to tune in. Tomorrow we've got another youngster coming up. It goes by the name of Gardio Isaacs, 400 meter sensation. So it's going to be a good one. Make sure to tune in tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Sifarzo, my brother. Thanks for watching and thanks for supporting always. Thanks to everybody. Really appreciate it, guys. Enjoy your evening. Stay warm. Keep it 100. Stay safe. Take care and God bless. Yes, sir.